Terminologies in Volleyball. Good day everyone, my name is Christian R. Saulong. I live in Antipolo del Sur, Lipa City. I'm 29 years old. Our report is all about terminologies in volleyball. The first one is ace, a serve that hits the ground before the receiving team have had a chance to hit back. Sa ace po, pag ang bola ng kalaban ay tumama sa lupa at hindi na ibalik ito ng aming team, yun po ang tinatawag na ace.
Zaitsev with a rocket of an ace. And he's hit. Zaitsev with the ace. Is there anything this man cannot do today? Zaitsev, you star, that was just a different level.
Pangalawa, ang aerials is another name for the antennae, the upward extensions of the net post by 80 cm to act as a guide for serving. Yun po, ang ibang pangalan ng aerials ay antennae na humahaba ng 80 cm at ito ang nagsisilbing guide ng mga nagsaserve. Now, attacking block. A block which attempts to hit the ball straight into the opponent's court. Ibig sabihin po, pag na-hit po ng kalaban, kailangan mo po itong maharang. At kailangan itong tumama sa lupa para matalo ang kalaban. At yun po ang ginagawa ng mga attacking block.
In this video, you will learn how to block a volleyball attack or spike. You will need two partners. In the drill that we're going to see, you will need to make the block in real playing conditions without knowing where your opponents have decided to play. Your two opponents will place themselves on the other side of the court, close to the net. The first opponent will be in the middle, in the setter position. The second opponent will position themselves on one of the two sides, further from the net, ready to attack the space in front, to the left or to the right. Position yourself approximately 30 centimeters away from the net, in the zone facing the opponent who is attacking. Before the drill begins, your opponents will consult one another to choose 3 attacking points at the net. The setter will then launch the ball above their head to invite the movement of the attack. As the ball descends, they will set the ball while announcing the position of attack, left, center, or right. Change your position instantly according to the position of attack. Just before the attacker spikes, anticipate your jump in order to block the ball and stop it from passing. Repeat this.
Backcourt, the area of court between the attack line and the baseline. Ito yung sa loob ng court at sa pagitan ng linya ng pag-atake at ng baseline.
Backcourt spike. A spike or smash by a backcourt player.
How heavy is that? Light work with the pace on the track, on my face in the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple man slide around like the hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back. heavy's that? Slight work with the bass on the track on my
Block. Blocking is the action close to the net, which intercept the ball coming from the opponent's side by contacting the ball before it crossing the net, as it crossing the net or immediately after it crossing the net. An attempt to block does not constitute a block unless the ball is contacting during the effort. A blocker player is a very important role in volleyball teams' defense, and there is no question about this. The main responsibility of a volleyball blocker is to resist an opponent's attacks. It's not easy to be a good blocker. In fact, blocker is the more than jumping up and keeping your hand up in the air to block the ball. Backline attacker. A backline attacker returning the ball to the opponent's side while forward of the attack line must contact the ball when at least part of the ball is below the level of the top of the net over the attacking team area. The restriction does not apply if the backline player jumps from clearly behind the attack line and after contacting the ball, lands on or in front of the line. Bump pass. Technique of plating ball using forearms, hands together to direct the ball. Passing in the foundation of volleyball, as it is how you deliver an effective attack and it is one of the most skills of volleyball. The bump pass is the method of passing that is used when the ball is below the head and is typically the first touch of the three contacts.
Pass. In the word pass, we first think is given with another player or pass with another player, which is true. So, what is pass? Pass is when the ball is sent from one player to another through the air. So, yun ang pass kapag pinasa sa ibang player. Pancake. A one-handed floor defensive technique where the hand extended and slide along the floor, palm down, and the ball rebound off the back of the hand rather than the floor. So, ang pancake ay tinatawag na isang emergency move na kapag yung bola ay lalapat na sa sahig, ang isang player agad na tumatalon at ibinubuka yung palad niya sa sahig para doon tumalbog yung bola pataas. So, yun yung pancake. Pass. The first of three contact on the offensive. Ang pass naman na ito yung may tatlong player na naka-offensive. Serve. The service is the act of putting the ball into play by the player in the right back position who hits the ball with the hands, open or close, or any part of the arm to direct the ball into the opponent's area. Okay. Ang serve ay yung kung saan ang isang players ay nasa back area na kung saan ito yung isa-serve niya yung bola papunta dun sa kanilang opponent. So, yun yung serve.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Vincent Reyes from BSS2A. And these are the terminologies in volleyball that I'm going to discuss. Spike, switch, and waffle. Spike. In volleyball, spiking is the offensive play where the player slams the ball sharply downwards over the net and into the opposing court, making it difficult for the opposing team to recover the ball. Switch. You may only switch positions once the ball has been conducted by the server. If you leave the spot too early, your team will be called out of rotation and the other team will be automatically win a point. You almost never switch between front row and back row. Wapol. When a player attacking the ball contacts it with essentially no spin, causing a lateral movement pattern similar to that of a float serve, typically resulting in the ball flying out of bounds. And that's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Double fault. A double fault occurs when players from opposing team commit faults simultaneously. In such cases, the referee will direct a replay. Ang double fault ay nangyayari kapag ang mga manlalaro na magkasalungat na koponan ay sabay-sabay na gumagawa ng pagkakamali. Double hit. Any player contacting the ball more than once with whatever part of the body without any other player having touched it between these contacts will be considered as having committed a double hit. Such contacts are fault. Ang double hit naman ay nangyayari kapag ang isang manlalaro ay illegal na nakipag-ugnay sa bola ng 2 beses na magkakasunod o ang bola ay tumalbog mula sa isang bahagi ng katawan patungo sa isang pagtatangka na laruin ang bola. Floater. A serve that floats that through the air because has no spin, much like a knuckleball in baseball. Ang float serve o floater ay isang serve na hindi umiikot. Tinatawag itong floater dahil gumagalaw ito sa mga hindi inaasahang paraan na nagpapahirap sa pagpasa. Ang float serve ay nakakakuha ng hangin at maaaring gumalaw ng hindi inaasahan sa kanan o kaliwa o maaari itong biglang bumagsak. Follow through. Completing the movements of a play. Ang follow through ay kritikal sa lakas at bilis. Labag sa batas na tamaan ang bola na may saradong kamao at dapat iwasan ng mga manlalaro na hawakan ang lambat. Ang block ay isang defensive move na ginagamit kapag sinubukan ng isang team na i-spike ang bola.
Bump set. A forearm pass used as a set. It is important to bump set if you are not a setter. It will really help a player's performance during the game.
Bump set. Here are 3 easy steps to help you remember how to bump set effectively. First, you must move your feet to the ball first, preferably with your hands apart so you can move as quickly as possible. The second step is to get low and form your platform under the ball because it's a lot easier to control the ball that way. And it's more important that you make the bump set high and hittable than trying to force a perfect set. The third step is to follow through up and toward where you want the ball to go. You can use your legs and your arms to generate height on the ball. Some people can generate enough height with just using their arms. So whether you use your arms and your legs or just your arms is based on personal preference.
Contacted ball. A contacted ball is one that touches or is touched by any part of the player's body or clothing. It is legal when the ball touches your body as long as the ball will not lay against the body. Court. The playing surface divided into 2 equal areas by a net. In its official form, volleyball is playing on a rectangular court 18 meters long and 9 meters wide. Center is 9 meters by 9 meters halves by a 1 meter, and top of the net is 2.3 meters, and center line which is 5 meters, and lastly the serving arena which is 3 meters. Coverage. It is an offensive system or drill. Most often refers to backing up a partner's hit when the block is up and the ball comes back.